maybe first address what you think right now are the most crucial aspects of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict that people should be thinking about, or at least looking at.
I think the movement towards racism is very annoying and very dangerous, threatening everything, and that's what I think we need to focus on that, in many ways.
Okay. Could you address a bit for folks, obviously since the U.S. plays such a significant role in what's happening there, why you think it's important for people, whether it's civil society or the faith community in the United States, to kind of come to terms with the U.S.'s role and what's taking place between Israel and Palestine?
I think the Middle East, and specifically Palestine, Israel, are crucial for the whole world in many ways, especially for people who are from the Abrahamic faiths. So there is an interest in the country because from faith perspectives, it is, and people would like to see peace arriving there, some way, so that people can live together. I mean, the conflict has been going on for so many years, and it's time to really find a resolution to it. That's why we believe that the best way is to look to the United Nations rather than trying to come up with any resolution based on the imposition of force or the imposition of military power. But I think there is a great interest, for Muslims, for Jews, for Christians. They all would like to see the Holy Land, a place of peace and where people are living together in tranquility and security. I think that's basically it.
You mentioned in your talk today that certainly for you yourself, of your research and the work you do and what you write about in part, is this idea of liberation, or theology of liberation. And for people who may be unfamiliar with that, I'm just wondering if you could just sort of try to provide a simple sort of explanation of what that means, particularly in terms of what's happening in Israel and Palestine right now.
Yeah, this liberation theology is very contextual in a way. So it's not imported from anywhere else. It is, looking at the situation that we find ourselves in and asking, how can I be faithful to God and to my fellow human being, in working for the betterment of society, for the goodwill of all people, and so it begins with the context of life, and our context is occupation. Our context is injustice. It's everything that is threatening the humanity of everyone and the humanity of the other. So I think looking at the context in which we find ourselves in, and then asking the right question about, what can we do? Becomes a challenge for us to really be involved. And being involved is really a way of trying really to serve the whole community. And that's why we emphasize so much the justice. That is, without justice there cannot be peace. And without peace there cannot be reconciliation. So, but today we have to begin with the justice issue. Because there is so much injustice that's happening, and justice is a good thing for everyone. So if we work for justice, then we are sure that we are working for peace. And as Christians, Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God." So for us, it's also a challenge from a faith perspective, to really work for peace. And we cannot work only for my peace. I have to work for the peace of the community in which I live. And we are joined by many people, by Muslims. We're joined by Jews. We're joined by Christians. We're joining by people of goodwill, who wants peace to arrive for everyone there.
One last question then is, how important is it for the work that groups like Healing Children of Conflict, how important is that work in terms of supporting what's happening on the ground in communities where you are in Palestine?
Well, I think any work that promotes healing and the well-being of people in a very comprehensive way is very, very important. And children must be the focus, because unfortunately many of the children have been the subjects or have been subjected to so much abuse, within the conflict itself, and the whole question, the whole report of UNICEF, is focusing on that, So I believe that any organization that's really working for the well-being of children in a very comprehensive way is worth supporting, and we're very thankful for it, because we would like to see children live in a society, in an environment, in a place where they're happy and their humanity is preserved, and they can really live it meaningfully, is preserved.